And good evening, sports fans, and welcome to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here, live on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. That's right, it's the Coach Karl DeMasi. Another great show. It's Thursday night, May 8th, 2025. I usually do it on Wednesday nights, but, last night I had to cover a baseball game, Savannah Christian, doubleheader, state playoff. So I can't not do a show once a week, so I had to set it up for Thursday night. So I'm here in my man cave, not at Coach's Corner. Couldn't make it to Coach's Corner last night, so I'm doing everything from here. Like I say every week, I got a great show, great guest, and my guest this week, state champions. That's right. We're going to talk to the coach of the Bethesda Academy Track and Field State Championship team. He's also the state championship head football coach. That's, of course, Antwain Turner, who wears many hats over there at Bethesda Academy. That'll be about 7:15. And then at 7:30, we'll be talking to this young man. He scored 40 points in the track and field events at the SCISA, the South Carolina Independent Association's championship track meet. He's only a junior. I mean, he took off almost 0.4 of a second on his 100-yard speed from last year. We'll be talking to Wesley Raleigh about 7:30. So that's what I got lined up for you today. Once again, go to the page, subscribe, help me out here. Help the coach reach 400 followers. It's all about the local kids. I mean, with so many kids I've had on this show, whether it was on the radio, I like to say the radio, okay, starting in 2010 to the internet, starting in 2020, help the coach out. Support me. Subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Then, of course, you can watch it on Facebook. You can watch it on Twitter or X now. So I'm there all over. You got a comment, make a comment. And who's my first comment? The man himself, the myth, the legend, the founder of the Coach's Corner Sports Network. He also the producer of Rubbin' and Grubbin', who was on last night. Go to their YouTube channel, Rubbin' and Grubbin', all NASCAR. Brandon Bain, the Atlanta man, does a great job. And, of course, the OG Lawrence Bennett is always back there doing the he's got 3 cameras going. He's got mics going. I mean, what he does with that show is unbelievable. I'm a one-man show. I'm a one-man band. I'm the host, the producer, the editor, you name it. I do it on the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. So check it out. Once again, Lawrence, love you, brother. Thanks for checking in. I know it's a big night for you. You got to go play a little trivia. So good luck with that, Lawrence. All right. So if you got a comment, put a comment in the comment box. And you got something to ask about local sports, I'll do that too. Okay. As I say, every show, we do 3 steps in the door. We talk high school sports, we talk college sports, and we talk pro sports that are related to the Savannah area. So let's kick it off. Step number 1, let's talk some high school and youth sports, okay? Got it, like I said, off the bat, Bethesda Academy, the SCISA, South Carolina Independent Schools Association, track and field Division II champions, Bethesda Academy. They clinched the 2025 independent title in Orangeburg, South Carolina on May 2nd. The Blazers, 126 points, and they beat the favorite Shannon Forest by 15 points. They had 111 points, and Spartanburg Christian came in third. Highlights: Raleigh Wesley. He was named the high point champion with 40 points. Wesley won the 100-meter dash. Last year, he won it as a sophomore, 11 flat. This year, 10.65, which could be one of the top times in Georgia high school. 200-meter dash, 21.57. And, of course, he was part of the 4x10 meter relay team and the 4x400 meter relay team. 4 gold medals for this young man. Then, of course, Asir Best. He secured 3rd place in both the 100 and 200 meters, but he won the long jump with a leap of 20 feet, 7.5 inches. Christopher White claimed titles in the 110 meters and the 400 meters hurdles, okay? Isaiah Reynolds won the high jump by clearing 6 feet, 2 inches. That's over the coach here. And I'm rotund, so that he had to climb a wall if he went over me. Then we got Steve Mitchell. He was a runner-up in shot put. We got Brayson Bodison. He placed 3rd in the 110-meter hurdles. Malachi Morris finished 3rd in the 400 meters, the 4x400 meter relay team. Frankie Jackson, Malachi Morris, Jordan Turner, and Riley Wesley. The team secured victory, gold medal, like I said, with a time of 3 minutes and 35 seconds. Pretty impressive. Bethesda Academy Blazers, your SCISA 2025 Division II track and field champions. Okay, another person got gold was crowned a state champion. That's Hayden Price out of the Habersham School. She is homeschooled, but she plays for the Habersham School in the Georgia Association of Private and Parochial Schools in golf. She caught it a 3 over 75 to win that this year. Young lady is phenomenal. She's won a lot of tournaments on the circuit. You got to know a lot about Hayden. She's special, okay? The Ashley Deering Award, okay? New Hampstead claims the Ashley Deering Award for the second time in the school's history. Rashawn Truel, second male from New Hampstead High School to do it, okay? Calvin Turner Jr., who's playing in the Canadian League football, he was the first one. And then the Hollis Stacy Award, just keep everything at New Hampstead, goes to Gianna Brown, back-to-back Hollis Stacy Award winner. She won in her junior year and her senior year, okay? Baseball, not football. Baseball, soccer, tennis, lacrosse, track and field are going on. Track and field for Georgia high schools this weekend. Monday it started out. Richmond Hill girls lacrosse made it to the quarterfinals. They lost the last of the 17-4. Savannah Arts Academy girls is the only soccer team left in the Georgia High School State Association Soccer. They're playing right now over at Morris Field, which used to be Optimus Field, which is right across from Grayson Stadium. They're up 2-1 in the second half. Could be going to the state finals because this is a semifinal match, okay? Go Panthers, okay? In Class A, 3A private or 3A private, okay? Greater Atlanta Christian beat Calvary 10-0. This all happened on Monday. Woodfield Academy beat Savannah Country Day 3-1. Then in boys, Northwest Woodfield beat Jenkins 3-0 on Monday. Tennis, Pace beat Benedictine 3-0. Savannah Country Day girls advanced to the semifinals, so the Final Four. They'll play May 10th against Atlanta International, okay? Tuesday, boys lacrosse, Lassiter came down and beat Benedictine boys 18-3. Boys soccer, Jefferson beat Islands 1-0. What a heartbreaking loss for Islands. They had a couple good chances at the end of the game. Couldn't put it in the net, the back of the net. In Class 3AA, Hebron Christian beats Country Day. Country Day had to go play up there. All right, yesterday, baseball. Okay, River Ridge and Effingham split. Okay, they're playing the if game now. They have to wait till weather to clear out. Effingham won the first game 5-4. River Ridge won the second game 2-0. They're playing the if game today. Calvary Day School, state semifinals, okay? They'll be taking on Prince Avenue Christian next week. Calvary Day beat Providence Christian 3-2 on a walk-off pinch hit by Carter Hampton. And then they won the second game 7-1. Cutter Powell on the mound was unbelievable. So Calvary Day School in the baseball Final Four. Greater Atlanta Christian, Savannah Christian will start at 7:30 for what I'm told in the if game. Savannah Christian came back in the bottom of the seventh. And Chase. Okay, I'm forgetting Chase's last name here. I'll get it, okay. The shortstop. Hold it. Let coach get it here. I feel bad. I gotta get the kid's name. He deserves the recognition. He plays shortstop. He's unbelievable. Came up with a big hit. Chase Boyer. There you go. Chase Boyer, like Clete Boyer. Okay, Frank Boyer. They used to play professional baseball. So once again, Chase Boyer with a big hit. Knocked in 2 runs for the Raiders to win the first game 5-4. Then Greater Atlanta Christian scored 3 runs in the third inning. And it wound up being that's all they needed. They beat Savannah Christian 3-2. Savannah Christian couldn't come up with a big hit in that game. So that's what's going on in high school sports. We got the track state track meet this weekend. We got a bunch of teams going. It was pretty cool to see that Jenkins and Woodville Tompkins had a send-off. That's pretty special. To a state track meet. I've never heard of that before. You got to love it. All right. So Tony Welch at Jenkins and Emma Sharp at Woodville Academy. Way to go, athletic directors. Okay. College baseball. Bulldogs still are in it. They got 2 more series to go. They swept Missouri this weekend. I'm telling you right now, Leighton Finley from Richmond Hill, he's a stud. He pitched the Sunday game. Got to watch it on TV. 8 strikeouts, went 8 innings. He's a stud. All right. Also played for the Savannah Bananas one summer. All right. They got 2 tough series coming on. They got to take on Alabama in Tuscaloosa this weekend, May 9th, 10th, and 11th. Then they got to go and take on Texas A&M. They'll be home for that. So they're in Alabama this weekend. They come home and take on Texas A&M at Foley Field next weekend. Okay, Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, hot just like the Bulldogs. They had a 3-game sweep over Western Carolina last weekend. They beat Georgia Southern 8-5 on May 6th. They took care of Mercer back-to-back 4-3 on May 7th. They're home this weekend against Louisville who's ranked number 20 in the country. And then they got to take on Duke the following weekend. So update score right here. Soccer. Got to love it. Karen Best does a great job. She's the athletic director there. Right now, the Panthers are up 3-2. Panthers are up 3-2 with 5 minutes left. Could be going to the state finals. All right, got to love that. Savannah State Tigers, got to give them a big shout out. The baseball team made a great run. They finished 34-14. They defeated Benedict College 11-10 on May 1st. They defeated Edward Waters 9-4 on May 2nd. They lost to Albany State on May 3rd, 23-8. But then they came back and defeated Spring Hill College 4-3 on May 4th, only to have to play again. And who they have to play? Albany State, but they fell 14-12. So the Tigers, 34-14, great season. SCISA Women's Lacrosse in the 2025 NAIA National Championships was played here last weekend. The women's was played last year. The NAIA Championships over there at Memorial Stadium. They overcame an early deficit and beat Lawrence Tech 21-17, but in the semifinals, they got beat by Benedictine College out of Kansas 25-11. So their season's done. They finished 14-4, 6-1. SCISA Equestrian team usually wins everything, but they finished third place in the IHSA National Championships. So the equestrian team is phenomenal. They still got, SCAD still has teams in the track and field NAIA last chance qualifying event at Lee University in Cleveland this weekend. And then on May 21st to 23rd, whoever qualifies goes to the Nationals in Marion, Indiana. All right, I'm doing good here. I know I'm a little behind, Coach. I'll get you on in 2 seconds. All right. Pro Brian Harmon was off last week. This week he's playing at the Truist Championship. He right now in the opening round is tied for 55th at 1 under. I wish I could shoot 1 over. Okay. On the PGA Champion Tour, Tim O'Neill and Gene Sowers, I think, are slated to play in the Region Tradition Tour that takes place May 15th and 18th. Braves, got to love those Braves. They're hot. Start 0-7. They've gone 17-11. Well, 17-12. They lost last night to the Reds, but they lost 2 straight to the Dodgers. They came back and beat the Dodgers, then they came back and beat the Reds twice. They'll be playing the fourth game tonight against the Reds up there in Atlanta. Okay. Then tomorrow, May 9th to May 11th, they'll be in Pittsburgh to take on the Pirates. Savannah Bananas are on, once again, a national tour. They'll be at Nissan Stadium in Nashville this weekend on Saturday, May 10th. It's going to be broadcast live on ESPN2. It'll be on Disney. It'll be on ESPN+. Check it out. The boys from Savannah, who have been getting beat by the Party Animals lately, I think 7 in a row, it gets me a little worried, okay? They won't be back till Savannah till June 19th and June 21st. All right, so they're in Nashville this weekend. 23rd and 24th, they go to Kauffman Stadium, home of the Kansas City Royals. On the 23rd and 24th, they'll play the Firefighters. Okay, so the Firefighters tailgaters are coming out. Then May 24th to 25th, they go to Albuquerque, New Mexico to take on the Texas Tailgaters. And then they go May 29th, 31st, they go to Nevada Field, Greater Nevada Field in Reno, Nevada to take on the Tailgaters. And then May 30th, 31st, they go to Angel Stadium, Anaheim Stadium, to take on the Firefighters, okay? They don't come back till, I said, June 19th, okay? Coach's Corner, the next tribute band will be Saturday, May 31st. It's called Carnival Ride, Taylor Swift tribute band, and Carrie Underwood tribute band. So once again, May 31st. Last time they did a tribute band for Taylor Swift, it was sold out. So check it out. Go across street. Check out Thunderbolt Indoor Golfing Games. 2 great simulators. Check it out. John Henderson does a great job over there. So I know Coach is waiting patiently. I started a little late. So we'll come back and do the commercial later on. I'm going to go to my first guest tonight. I hope he's ready because I'm ready. And this man does everything over at Bethesda Academy, and he does a great job. What do you want me to tell you? I mean, he's the chaplain. He's the AD. He's the football coach. He's the track and field coach. He's the bus driver. He's the first aid guy. You name it, he does it. Just he's been loving it. He's been doing that since, I think, 2002. But let's talk about this man. I got to welcome back on the show again. He's not only the school's athletic director, like I told you, head football coach, head track coach. He's guided Bethesda to their first state football championship back there in December. Now he's got his second one under the belt because they just won the state track and field championship the beginning of May. You know what? He's known for his love, his care, his compassion for the boys over there at Bethesda Academy. I would say he's a guy that builds men of character, and he does a great job over there. Joining me on the Coach's Corner hot seat, his second state championship, so we can call him the head coach for the state championship track and field team, the Blazers. Joining me on that hot seat is Antwain Turner. What's up, Coach? How's it going?
Hey, going great, Coach. Thank you so much for having me on, man. You do a great job.
Hey, you know what? It's all about the kids, just like you, getting them more news out there. And, you're still leading on the sidelines or on the track or whatever. I heard you do a little basketball too. So, but once again, congratulations. 2 championships in 1 year. Pretty special.
Well, we've had some phenomenal kids. These kids have really bought into to our coaches, to the atmosphere, to the culture, and a lot of great supporters. And so it's been fun watching these guys really give it their all. We've asked a lot of the guys. A lot of our guys play football. They play basketball, and then to come back for a spring sport and play and run track. Is asking a lot for teenagers, and for these guys to really buy in means a lot. Their parents are bought in, the kids are bought in, and we're just we've got some phenomenal coaches, we got phenomenal support. So for me, I'm just enjoying the ride. I'm like you.
Yeah, you're the CEO, but I'm telling you right now, okay, this segment I call four quarters with the coach. This is where I ask my guests 4 questions, 4 quarters, and it's a coach, it's somebody that's in charge of some kind of sporting event here in Savannah, Georgia. So we're going to go with quarter number 1 here with Coach Antwain Turner, okay? So think about it, Coach. Winning both the football and track state titles is something special. It's an incredible feat, okay? What does I really don't never ask you this, but what does it really mean to you personally and professionally to bring this kind of success to somewhere that you've called home for over 20 years?
I'm just going to be honest with you. I really haven't had enough time to pause and really think about what it means to me personally. When you're in the business of kids, you're really looking for what it means to them, and we often talk about really teaching and coaching our guys from the inside out. I really believe when you really start building character, as you stated earlier, that's what we're all about. Winning is a part of building character, and when you're able to win and you're able to have success, the kids have more buy-in because they're able to see that, my preparation really helped me to have success versus whether it's one play or whether it's one game or whether it's a championship. And so they're understanding that hard work pays off. We've been building the program in terms of our 5 pillars of success: accountability, and we call it our audit, Blazer Law: accountability, unity, discipline, integrity, and toughness. And so that kind of really, from football and for track, that's how we build, our leadership culture here. And these guys have really been buying in. So to really see these guys buying in, their parents are bought in, it's nothing short of amazing. We have wonderful staff here. I got to shout out my coaches. Coach Green have done a tremendous job. He works with our jumpers, our triple jumpers, and long jumpers, and high jumpers. And Coach Linda, we've got 2 interns from Savannah State that's helped us out. Coach Linda Miller and Coach Kamari Kendall. And they both run track for Savannah State, and they've really bought in. And we also have Coach Mason Wilson's one of our alumni. He coaches our throwers, and Coach Jay Frazier. He's retired military, and he comes out here and works our distance runners. So Coach Linda works with our hurdlers. Coach Kendall works with our sprinters, and it's just to watch them in action and watch them do what they do. It's been amazing.
Well, behind every great coach is his assistant coaches, just like behind every great husband is a great wife. So, yes, it goes hand in hand. And I know, check out the article on the Prep Sports Report, a whole breakdown of how that championship went last weekend. And I know you're very proud of those coaches. And personally, Coach, professionally, you're doing a great job over there. Not just football, but now you got a track championship. And I know this is your first year. You wouldn't have thunk that, would you?
Well, that's the goal. That's always the goal and the determination for the guys. We looked at it this year. We looked at numbers. Last year we started building. But again, to really be able to see these guys go out on paper, we were number 2. Shannon Force was number 1. And we talked to the guys about flipping the script. So, just to witness the determination, the fight, the effort these guys laid out on the track last Friday was nothing short of amazing. So I'm very, very proud of them. But you know how it is when you're going. Once you get a chance to kind of fall back and relax, then I can think about, what it means to me personally. But right now, it means a great deal because of the smiles and the hard work and the effort and what I believe it'll do for our seniors and for our program moving forward.
Well, once again, congratulations. And I know it's all about the kids. That's how you work. That's how you worked your whole time there. And talk about the kids now. People don't realize that your family has been there with you through thick and thin. Yes. So you've been part of the academy, quarter number two. You've been part of the academy for over two decades. And now you have your sons in the program as student athletes. What has it been like coaching your own family and sharing 2 championships, not one in the same year?
That's unique. That's been a very unique experience. When we were first starting and I was teaching the kids, how to ride bikes, 6 years old, and I'm just out there coaching them just like we're coaching for championships. And I had to learn really quickly that I need to pull back, Dad,
Yeah.
I was blowing a whistle, get up, and it was just, it was fun to watch. But here they are now from 6 years old to now here they are in high school. Jaden's upcoming junior, he's a sophomore. Jordan's a freshman, and Justin will be coming up next year as a 6th grader. To have the opportunity to coach these guys, my wife, she's all over the program and she supports and she's with us. And like you said, behind every good man is a tremendous woman. And I have a tremendous wife and she supports what we do, which makes this a lot easier for me. But it's a sensational feeling to be able to see my kids grow and see them develop and see them really experience championship, like you said, from football and to track and field. So it's been phenomenal. And God has truly blessed us. I don't deserve what I'm getting, but I'm grateful to watch it in action.
Yeah, you deserve it, Chris. Your hard work, your patience, your belief, your faith in God and what's going on over there. It's going the right way for you. So, it's definitely special. And of course, don't forget about your nephew. I forgot to say that. Yes, Quentin Brooks.
Yes, sir.
The future quarterback that would have been at Bethesda Academy. He won the SCISA golf championship this past week. Once again, keeping it all in the family. If you're watching Quentin, watching Q, I apologize. I should have had that to lead off the show like your friend Hayden Price won over in the GAT. So let me get there, okay? All right, so it's a historic year at Bethesda. You guys have never won 2 championships in the same year. What message do you hope your student athletes and the Bethesda community take away from this accomplishment with your athletic program?
Well, like you mentioned, this is our very first golf champion. Quentin Brooks was phenomenal this year, and he really shouldered our golf team and did a tremendous job. He's all-state and a lot of opportunities. He's now getting an opportunity to play in Notre Dame this summer. So he's just getting tremendous opportunities. So for him to win it in golf, it goes back to, again, it's not how you start, because Quentin started and we've been talking about having these conversations like, listen, man, we got to get you on the wall. We have a Blazer All-State wall here. And so he was really, really determined this year. Last year, he fell short, a couple strokes. And so coming back fighting hard this year was tremendous. And then to have our track team also to win it. Quentin won it on Tuesday and the track team won it on Friday. Again, I think the message that is sending to our guys is it's not how you start, but it's how you finish. Raleigh Wesley, for example, his 9th grade year, he ran a 12 flat 100-meter run. Portugal in the rain, 12 flat as a freshman. And then for him now to run a 10.65, as a junior, again, it speaks to the hard work. It speaks to the determination. Chris Wright, 110 hurdler, 400-meter hurdler. He was a mid-distant runner and in the middle of this year. And so we saw him in the weight room with the coach Doug Dixon, and he's doing his plow jumps, and we're working on hip mobility, and we saw Chris jump, and he said, Coach, this guy can jump. And we went out there and I said, let me put a hurdle out here. And we put him on a hurdle. I said, oh my, he had good technique. And so Coach Linda started working with him, and he goes out, and initially he didn't win, but then the second meet he qualified for the 110 hurdles, and it took him 2 meets. He fell. His glasses came off, and he got up and still ran a 67 400 hurdle. And that was just, I said, Chris, listen, the next time you run it, you're going to run a 104. And he ran a 109 the first time. and he got up there and he ran a 102, and he was so excited. We were excited. And so those are the type of stories that we had this past year. We didn't wake up in the morning and just become champions. And I think that's what's happening, is that we're building something, I believe, that's special. And these guys are really working toward their goals and accomplishing their goals. And as a team, I think it's just hard work pays off.
Yeah, like you said, other coaches notice qualities in kids that sometimes we as head coaches miss. And, you got to thank your staff over there for picking up on this stuff. So, all right, quarter number 4, okay? So you've been a part of Bethesda Academy for over two decades now. I think you graduated, Savannah State in 97. You started at Bethesda in 98. Excuse me?
Graduated Savannah State 2002.
Sorry.
Give me a few more years.
I don't want to make it. Okay. But you started right away at Savannah State, right?
Started right away. Yes, sir.
So you've been there since 2002. Okay. Sorry, he's not as old as me. Believe me, I'm a lot older than he is. So, but anyway, he's still a young guy. So,
yes,
so you've been part of this place for 2 decades, and we know it started out as an orphanage. It started out helping young men that were wayward, and academics, athletics has shaped this. But how has the school shaped your philosophy and your growth as a leader over there? Because you're not just the coach; you're the athletic director, you're the chaplain, and you do. I know I fool around with you, but you do so many other things. You got so many hats over there. I mean, you're a counselor. I mean. So how's it shaped you over the last 20 years?
That's a really good question. And I'll try to give it a short answer for it. But I think it has really shaped me as a person, as a leader, as a man, as a husband, as a father. We've witnessed a lot here at Bethesda Academy. Our board of governors, Bethesda alumni, women's board of Bethesda, we've tremendous donors, and we've had a lot of transition here as well. And like you said, we've gone from being boys' home. And I still have kids, believe it or not, that are now in their 30s, when I first started, but now they're in their 30s, and they remember, how things were when we first started. And so it was the opportunity. As a matter of fact, one of the kids came to my church this past Sunday and gave his life to Christ. And I almost just broke out in tears. I mean, because I remember in 2003, he was here. I remember his situation. I remember his circumstance, got in a little trouble. And you just never know the impact that you get an opportunity to make in some of the life of the kids from start into even now. This is 2003, and he's coming up, and I'm embracing him, and he's embracing me. And it's just like, wow, things come back full circle, and it's just a blessing just to be able to be here and to see that the kids are listening. And from that time frame to now, to having kids that didn't have parents really that were supportive or that could be in their lives, to now having parents that are very supportive. I mean, we have tremendous parents now, tremendous kids, and just to be able to pour into the life of these kids, but they're also pouring into my life. They're teaching me how to be young. They're teaching me, how to lead. And I think I'm learning more from just as much as from them as they are from me. And so to try to sum it up in a quick answer, I think it's really taught me how to be a leader. We've had a lot of transition in where we are, and we're headed great places. Bethesda's on the move, and great things are happening. I'll be remiss if I didn't take a minute to thank the Christ family, because I think our track success is because we have committed people, the Women's Board of Bethesda, and so many people that have donated for us being able to have our football field and our track facility. And so now we're no longer just running on the concrete. We're not just throwing in a circle and dirt roads. And, we have an opportunity to have our own track and teach our guys the proper way, the jumps, the marks, all of the things that matter. So thank you so much to the Christ family. But it's a lot of people have poured into my life to help me to become hopefully a better man. And not to mention, of course, I go to the Temple of Glory Community Church, and my pastor, Bishop Matthew Odom, has been tremendous in my life as a mentor. And so just truly grateful. I got a lot of great people that have really mentored me and nurtured me. And I hope that I'm able to be half the person they are, and just to be able to, again, spread some seeds that we can help these kids grow.
All right. We got 3 people making comments here. Chippo says, "What's up, Coach?"
That's my guy. That's the championship quarterback there, man.
And of course, you got your on paper quarterback, but really a golfer now, checking in on you.
QB is the man. He is the champ. He is the golfer. He's made history.
And like I say, it's always good when you have someone else behind you. And she's been behind you a long time now.
20 years, July 9th, me and my maid have celebrated 20 years this year. And she's been with me every step of the way. And I wouldn't have it any other way.
You got it. And we got, two more people jumped on. Valerie Adams, Blazers are the best.
Adams, our history teacher. Yeah, she's done a tremendous job out here at Bethesda. And we're so grateful to have her on board. And like I said, it's a village. It takes us all.
And last one that just popped up right now, Funaholic, coaching.
Man. Jody Hingle. He's a great kid. He's upcoming he's eighth grader, upcoming ninth grader, and tremendous young man. And you're going to hear a lot about Jody.
Well, Coach, like I say, it's always a pleasure having you on. And if my boys were high school age again, you'd be one guy. I'd love to have them coach and mentor them. But your leadership, your dedication to your athletes, to our athletes here in Savannah, is unbelievable. And Bethesda Academy's community has to say they're blessed to have you there. So keep up the great work. And as always, Coach, go Blazers.
Go Blazers. Thank you so much, Karl. We really appreciate what you do for the community.
All right. It's all about the kids and all about people like you that make them special. So, hey, tell Riley to hold on. I got to take a break here. 30 minutes straight. I need to catch my breath, but he'll be on in 3 minutes. But once again, Coach, love you, brother. Good job.
Thank you, man. Thanks. Take care.
Just a great role model. I mean, like I said, I'm not joking here. If my kids were young enough again, I would be privileged for my boys to be coached by Coach Antwain Turner. All right. So once again, the 2025 SCISA Division II Track and Field Boys Champions, Bethesda Blazers. Okay, and check out their facility. Like he said, the track, the field, it's unbelievable over there. All right, next up, we got to go to our Weatherton Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week. This young man, he's been making waves. I mean, just the improvement over the last 3 or 4 years have been something special. This young man, 4 gold medals, the high point winner at the track meet. He'll be on in 3 minutes, and that's, of course, Riley Wesley. You're watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. Be back in 3 minutes, people. Got to catch a break. Got to get a drink of my iced tea. Hey, sports fans, looking for the ultimate sports and entertainment destination in Savannah, Georgia? Look no further than Coach's Corner. At Coach's Corner, you'll find everything you need for a great time, including TVs everywhere so you can catch all the latest sporting events, an outdoor seating area, perfect for enjoying a drink or a meal on a warm day, a wide array of drink options from beers to cocktails, a comprehensive sports schedule so you can cheer on your favorite teams year-round, prompt service even when it's crowded, a fun and lively atmosphere perfect for letting loose with your friends, and of course, delicious food, from famous chicken wings, hamburgers to delectable calzones and pizzas. Coach's Corner menu is sure to satisfy your cravings. In addition to all this, Coach's Corner also features an upgraded sound garden. Now, more seats, more bars, and an upgraded sound system. It's the perfect spot for hundreds of fans to gather and enjoy the latest local bands, tribute acts, and rising stars. So what are you waiting for? Join us at Coach's Corner for the ultimate sports, music, and culinary experience. Coach's Corner can't wait to see you soon. Remember, Coach's Corner is located at 3016 Victory Drive, right in Thunderbolt, Georgia, and on the World Wide Web at coaches.net. Remember, Coach's Corner, where every day is game day. Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary Day School, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions to Christ at Calvary Day School. We would consider it a privilege to meet with you and your family personally. Call Alicia Bain, Director of Admissions, at 351-2299. That's 351-2299. Yo, you still want some real New York Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road, Tuesday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., serving breakfast and lunch right here in Savannah, Georgia. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering has been serving the public for over 3 years. Now, if you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered to your door, go online to SavannahTakeout.com or DoorDash.com, or just pick up the phone and call 912-354-2914. That's right, 912-354-2914. Kabish, and remember, we ain't New York style. We are New York at Rocky's New York Deli and Italian.
Weatherton Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time. It makes you mad. The pain drives you crazy. You just want to pick something up and throw it across the room. If you can, At the Weatherton Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Weatherton Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Weatherington at the Weatherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
And welcome back to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. And it's May 8th, and we're flying right through here. We did 3 steps in the door. We went right to my first guest, Antwain Turner, the Bethesda Athletic Director, head football and track and field coach, talking about their win 8 days ago. And it's just something special what they're doing over there at Bethesda. 2 championships in 1 year, football, track and field. Well, this guest coming up now is this week's Weatherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week. It's always special having these kids on. I mean, this young man is a two-sport standout. He helped lead the Blazers in the state football title, helped contribute to the state football title this year, following up by winning 4 goals and the High Point Award at the SCISA Division II State Championships. I mean, just something special. In football, he played wide receiver, 41 receptions, 743 yards, 7 touchdowns. On defense, interceptions left and right, all-purpose yards, 1,400 yards. Ranked in the top 30 in Georgia for total return yards. That's all of Georgia, okay? And, of course, we know top performer in SCISA track and field. Track and field accomplishments last year as a sophomore. 100-meter dash, first place. 200-meter dash, first place. 4x100-meter, second place. Team finished. Bethesda Academy placed 6th overall with 52 points. Well, they come back this year. All right, here's his accolades. First place with a time of 10:65. Last year, he won first place with a time of 11 seconds. That's almost 0.4 of a second off of his time. And like Coach said, if you were listening as a freshman, he did it in 12 seconds. Unbelievable what, maturity training can do for you, okay? Then a 200-meter, okay, once again, back-to-back state champion in both these events with a time of 21:57. As a sophomore, he did it in 22:52. He almost took off a whole second. Unbelievable. Then, of course, his teammates, the 4x100 relay, first place. The 4x400, first place. High points, 40 points, okay? 4 first place finishes, 40 points. I mean, what more do you want me to say? So joining me now on the Coach's Corner hot seat. I mean, he'll probably outrun the hot seat, but he does a great job from what Coach tells me. And that's this year's state track champion, back-to-back in the 100 and the 200, state football champion, Raleigh Wesley. Congratulations, Raleigh. Great job.
Thank you.
Well, I finally get to meet you. I know I had you some stories on the Prep Sports Report, but just phenomenal of how you're improving year after year. And I did my research, and I looked up Georgia High School State Association. You would be top 5 in most of the classifications with that time in that 100 meters. Do you realize that?
Yes, sir.
Well, I mean, you're working hard. Once again, how does it feel to be a state champion, not in 1 sport in the same year, but in 2?
It feels great. I mean, all the hard work we put in, it pays off.
I bet your coach preaches that every day, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's talk about you, okay? 40 points, 4 gold medals, okay, at the track and field championships. I mean, what motivates you to perform at such a high level this season?
I focus with my teammates. We come together, and we come together on the weekends, throughout the week. We put in like overtime work. So we just, the chemistry is there, everything's there. So
yeah, I can imagine what you guys are doing, okay? So, like Coach said, you guys weren't favored to come in and win this thing, and you came in and win this thing. You broke multiple school records in track. You've been a key player on the football team. How do you balance the training and excelling in 2 demanding sports? How do you balance both sports and get that training in for both?
I stay focused on my goals. I have goals for both sports, and it just made me strive for what I have to complete. I check them off every day,
And I bet you they check on your academics too, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
They're not going to let you slip up on that. So It seems like Bethesda has been a right fit for you. How long have you been at Bethesda?
I'm going into my 4th year.
4th year, okay. So what makes going to this school and competing as a Blazer so special for Riley?
Great, because everybody's together. It's not a very big school, so the brotherhood is there. Everybody's just getting along with each other, and the chemistry is there.
Nice. All right, we got some people checking in here. Oh, I just lost them. There we go. You're back. All right, we got Chris Randall checking in. Let's go Blazers. And then he adds, let's go Raylo. Blazers lead the way, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
People are watching. Even the coaches back there watching too. I can tell, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So you've had success individually and part of the team, because relays are a team effort. How vital has team chemistry and your leadership been in your track and field journey so far?
I tell them to do the right things. We don't really have to worry about doing the wrong things. Everybody's together. We all working hard. Everybody's getting along. Listening to each other. Everything's good.
So you got a lot of versatility. I mean, you're a football player, track and field. Do you play any other sports?
No, sir. Just track and football.
Okay, so as far as the versatility that you have, what's been your favorite moment in either sports from football and track?
Well, from this year, track, the 4x4, the ending of it, I just, after I crossed the line, I got the chills because I knew that we did it, And
was it a tough race?
Well, I'm not going to say it wasn't, but, hey.
Still felt good though, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, if you had to choose between football and track, which one you choosing?
Football.
But track helps a lot in football, doesn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. And I just said coach is always there for you. Your coach is always there for you at Bethesda. So your coaches have played a big part in your development across both sports. Talk about their influence, their help on your growth as a student athlete.
When I came in, Coach Antwain Turner, he always trusted me. He put me out there, threw me out there, just, made me, get used to it. And you see I fit in now. Everything's good.
Everything's rolling. Okay. We got Chippo jumping back in, and he's saying great coaching staff. So he agrees with you.
Yes, sir.
And of course, the GOAT himself in golf.
The GOAT.
Good old Q checking you out. Okay. So family support is key to many athletes. How has your family helped you stay grounded and motivate throughout your athletic journey? And you still got another year to go. So how do they play a big role in your life as a student athlete or as a person?
They teach me to do the right things. And, discipline comes along with in sports. That gets you, far. So, they teach me to do the right things on the field, off the field, in the classroom, everything. So,
Nice. Now, you got one more year left at Bethesda, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So I had you down as 2 because I was still thinking you were a sophomore, but you're a junior now. What goals have you set for yourself with 1 year left in school, academics, track, and football? What are your goals?
I'm going to start with the classroom. All high honor roll, that's what I'm striving for. I always have good grades, but, high honor roll. And then for football, I gotta get another one. That's what I'm striving for. I've been working all year, my off season. Came up short this year, but we gonna come back. And for track, same thing.
Keep on.
Gotta get another one.
Gotta get another one. Okay. So outside of athletics and academics at Bethesda, how do you unwind and what activities help you maintain balance in your life?
I have a trainer that I stretch out on the weekends, just make sure my body's still intact for the week.
You do anything else? You like to play games, go out with the friends,
Well, video games. That's the way when I'm home,
That's the way to go. So, all right. So, as far as future football's on the horizon, anybody been looking at you? Any kind of contacts yet?
Yes, sir. I have
Nice.
Virginia Tech, Georgia Southern, James Madison,
Nice.
Georgia State, and Georgia Tech.
All right. Last question. This one's a fun question. I like asking athletes this at the end of the segment. Okay. 3 questions about superstitions that athletes have. Okay. Question number 1: what's your music that you go to get you hyped before a track meet or a football game?
I listen to some. I'm kind of like Travis. Lil Wayne. That's
Nice.
I love Lil Wayne. I listened to him for a long time, and that's just
Get you ready to go.
Yes,
okay. Pre-game meal. I know Coach has meals set up for you guys, but if you could have your pre-game meal, what would be your favorite between before track or before football?
I have some, fried chicken and broccoli with a little bit of mashed potatoes.
No mac and cheese?
Nah, not before game. Not before game.
I hear you on that one. Okay. All right. Now, every athlete has superstitions about their uniform, what they're wearing. Do you have any superstitions during football season and during track season? You got to wear a certain piece of equipment, uniform, or anything like that?
Not really. Not really. I can really wear anything and perform at a high level. I don't really pay attention to that.
Just give you a cleats and helmet and you're ready to go.
Yes, sir.
Well, Wesley, great meeting you. And I always do that. I always call you by your last name. It's when people have 2 names, I mess it up. Okay. Great job, Riley. Riley Wesley, not Wesley Riley. Okay. So great job. Congrats on what you've done. 4 gold medals, state championship. And we're going to hear about this kid. I bet you before he graduates, could be 10-4-5 somewhere in there, buddy, eh?
I'm going 10-3.
You go 10-3, you're going to get a lot of offers.
Yes, sir.
So, but that's why you're this week's Weatherton Chiropractic Athlete of the Week, winning 2 state titles in 2 sports is very rare. You've done it. You got another year to go. You're going to 3-peat and everything. So I wish you the best of luck and keep in touch. And as I always say to the big guy over there, Coach Turner, go Blazers.
Go Blazers. Yes, sir.
Thanks, Raleigh, for coming on. I can't wait to meet you personally.
You're welcome, Coach. All right. See you.
Bye. I mean, just a fine young man. I mean, the kid's been making news. He makes waves. Can you believe it? As a freshman, he ran 100 meters in 12 flat. As a sophomore, he ran it in 11 flat. As a junior, he's got it down to 10.65. Pretty impressive. He gets it under that 10.5. He's going to be going a lot of places, and he deserves it. And he says his grades mean a lot to him too, which is definitely something to be proud of. Okay. So other than that, I mean, just a great show. I got to thank Coach Antwain Turner for coming on. He never turns me down. I got to thank, of course, the man himself, this week's Weatherton Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week, 4 gold medals, state championship in football, state championship in track and field. Okay, Riley Wesley, he's only a junior. We got another year to hear about this person. All right. Call's Corner. Where's my notes? Oh, first, I got breaking news. I got to save it. Come on, save. Okay. I got to take this banner away. I'm going to put this banner up there. Breaking news, Savannah Arts Academy girls soccer team defeats Morgan County 3-2 in the Georgia High School State Association's 2A semifinals. Next up, championship, May 16th at Macon. It'll be at Mercer University. Unbelievable. And I got sent the movie here. The girls are very excited. Yeah, I'm not going to have time to download that to show you. But once again, congratulations to the Savannah Arts Academy girls. What a great job. I mean, that is definitely something special. And, over there at the Arts Academy, everybody thinks it's all about the arts. These kids love their athletics. And, I hate to say it, way back when, I should have stayed there. I was not blowing my bubble here, people, but I've worked at many schools. I was the first athletic director, first co-health physical education teacher at the Arts Academy. So I do have the Arts Academy blood in me. That we picked our colors, black and silver. We picked the mascot, the Panthers. It was just something special being there. And once again, Coach Williams and of course Coach Carr and Best and the whole crew over there. I wish you good luck. because we'll be following you. Going to Macon to play in that championship game on May 16th. Beat Morgan County 3-2. That is special. That is definitely special. I'm going to leave that up there to the end of the show, okay? But Karl's Corner, something to talk about, whether it's a key moment or key point that's going on in sports. But what I got to talk about, we just talked and heard from Raleigh Wesley, okay? What sports teaches us about life. It's just something special, okay? There's something about sports that make it special for all of us, especially as we're growing up. There's more than just wins and losses. Okay, when you step onto a field, court, track, soccer pitch, you're not just playing a game. You're learning life. You're learning discipline. As we just saw Riley talking about discipline, hard work, early morning practices, extra reps in the weight room, habits of showing up and even trying to do it better the next time you do it. That kind of consistency carries over into school, into work, into college, into jobs and relationships. You learn accountability. In sports, you own your mistakes and your victories. But from your mistakes, it makes you better. There's no hiding it when you miss a shot. There's no hiding when you drop the baton. There's no heart when you drop a ball, whether it's a baseball, football, okay, or you miss a kick or you miss a basket. But it builds character. Because you know what? When you miss that, when you make a mistake, you have to come back and do it again. And that builds character because you're not quitting. And what else? You learn to work with others. Whether you're passing the ball or cheering from the sidelines, on the sidelines, running the track while your teammates running that 100-yard dash, cheering them on, you understand what it means to be part of something bigger than yourself. Teamwork, trust, communications. Those aren't just sports skills, they're life skills. It'll take you far when you go get a job. You learn how to bounce back when you lose, okay? You will lose. You will fail. The best baseball players, softball players in the world get a hit 3 out of 10 times. That means you failed 7 times. But sports teaches you to get back up, brush yourself off, and keep going. Resilience isn't just built. It's learned through experience. And most of all, sports teaches you passion. To care deeply, to give everything you got, to compete, not with hate, but with heart. I went to the Greatest Savannah Athletic Hall of Fame banquet on Monday, and Frank Silkowski was the MC. And he talked about how everybody here in Savannah pulls for each other. Yes, when we play each other, we want to beat each other, but you know what? We stick together, okay? And that's what it's all about. So no matter what life, no matter where, life takes you, remember this. The lessons you learn in the game you play will stay with you long after the final whistle blows and you hang up your cleats and your uniform and you become a regular, everyday person. You know what? Because in the end, sports don't just make you a better athlete. They make us better people. That's my Karl's Corner for tonight. It's just something special. Right here, Savannah Arts Academy girls, they worked hard. It taught it, the losses they had. I mean, I remember St. Vincent's beat them early in the year, 7-1. All right. So, Coach Williams does great over here. Sports teaches us how to succeed. All right. On that note, we do have a Pope. Okay. Guy from south side of Chicago, Pope Leo the 14th. I'm excited about it. He's leading over 1 billion people. But anyway, that was a big deal in our world. But, other things are going on. Things aren't going on right in a lot of people's lives. So please say a prayer for all those people that are dealing with that. Please come together and stick together. I mean, like I just said, hate. It's not hate. It's heart. Okay. You got to have the heart to do something. Hold it. Got a comment here. Check it out. Whoops. What happened to my comment? There we go. Okay. I lost it. Okay. So, but remember, I do need your help. Okay. Don't forget. Well, let me go to the first spot. I do need your help. Okay. Send me your Athlete of the Week nominations, stories, or game recaps to Karl DeMasi at prepsportsport.com. Text me final scores. Like I said, I just got the final score in the game about Savannah Arts Academy. Let's keep it going. I don't know what's going on. Let's check out baseball scores too here, okay? Let's go here. Let me get the baseball scores update. Here we go. Today's baseball scores. Let's see if they're playing. Okay, right now, Savannah Christian and Greater Atlanta are in the bottom of the second. It's 0-0, okay? 0-0, okay? Up at South Effingham, I do apologize. Up at Effingham, River Ridge is out to a 6-0 lead. They're in the 7th inning. It's going to be tough. Effingham County season could be over. So we already got Calvary going to the Final Four. The two Effingham games right now, it's 0-0, second inning for Savannah Christian against Greater Atlanta Christian. And the Rebels up at Effingham are losing 6-0 in the 7th. So I feel bad for that way because I also taught at Effingham County High School. So so send me your stories. Tell me what's going on. All right, let me take this banner down here. Okay. Next is help the coach out. Don't forget to subscribe to the Karl DeMasi YouTube channel. Subscribe now. Let's get more kids up here. Let's get more people to see it. I'm at 388. I need 12 people to make it to 400. I'd love to make it to 400. I'd love to make it to 1,000. But, you know, my niche, whatever you call it, my niche, okay, is, you know, sports here in Savannah, sports here in Georgia. But you know what? We can make it bigger and better. Like I said, help the coach out. I've had over 1,000, 2,000 kids I've interviewed, people I've interviewed. Show me some love. Don't forget to subscribe to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. All right, on that note, like I said, please say a prayer for everything that's going on in this crazy world. And as I say every week, whatever you're doing today or tomorrow, always hit it out of the park. And until I speak to you next week, see you next week, or hear from you next week, may it always be your best week ever. Best week ever. Yeah, I said that right. Duh. Okay, so I'm trying to get to my banners here. Here we go. So on that note, once again, I'll be back next Wednesday night, okay, May 14th, on the Coach's Corner Soundgarden stage, not singing, but talking about local sports because it's all local all the time. You got to love it. And once again, thank John Henderson and Adele Henderson for letting me do this and have that coach's logo, that coach's establishment behind the coach. I'll talk to you later. I'm out of here. God bless. Peace out. See ya. It's the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network.